This is one of the most expensive monitors to have ever existed, coming in at a whopping $1,000 for a 27-inch monitor. So why is it so expensive, and is it actually worth spending $1,000 for a screen? And should you buy one? Stick around and let's find out together. So this is the LG 27GR95QE, and it is a 27-inch 1440p 240Hz OLED monitor. And why does it cost $1,000? That's because it's OLED. And OLED means that every single pixel works individually on its own, and they're able to turn on and turn off by itself. So if you're watching a video and parts of the video is black, then the pixels on those black parts would just shut off entirely, and you just get this extremely rich, colorful, and vibrant image that just looks so much better than the standard LCD or IPS panel that you're probably using for your monitor. So is the difference between an OLED monitor and a standard LCD one really that huge of a difference to justify the $1,000 price tag? A monitor like this that isn't OLED will probably cost you around $300 to $400. So for double or triple the price to get this OLED monitor, you're definitely not getting double or triple the viewing experience. I'd say this OLED monitor is about 70% nicer to look at, and to me I definitely do think this monitor is worth the $1,000 that I spent on it. That's only because I use my computer all day and I stare at my screen all day. So like, you know, if I could spend a little bit more money to have a little bit of a nicer screen to look at, it just makes perfect sense to me because I use my computer like all the freaking times. Anyways, coming back to this monitor, OLED panels are also more responsive, giving this monitor a 0.03 millisecond response time, which is incredibly fast. So if you're gaming and stuff like that, you do notice this difference when you're aiming. I don't really know how to explain it too much, but that reaction time is really helpful. And of course, this thing also has a 240 Hz refresh rate, which is super smooth. But transitioning over from 144 Hz to 240 Hz, to me personally, I don't really notice that much of a difference. But yeah, it's still nice to have, you know, 240 Hz is there. It's smooth, it's fast, it's good. So with all these in mind, from the OLED picture quality to the 240 Hz refresh rate and the 0.03 millisecond response time, does all these extra features benefit you and help you to become a better gamer or increase your gaming performance? Honestly, it kind of does. You know, for me personally, I play a lot of FPS games. I have to aim a lot, like Valorant and Overwatch and things like that. And because of all these features, it does feel a lot easier to track and trace my opponents with my mouse. So yeah, that is about all the benefits there is to owning a $1,000 OLED monitor. And of course, there are some other extra features, you know, like this super useful remote controller that I have to control like the brightness or my image settings and things like that. I can turn my monitor on and off. And the build quality of this monitor is super solid. It feels really heavy and sturdy, and it doesn't really have any like super gamery elements to it, so you know, it looks pretty aesthetically pleasing. It fits well with my desk setup. However, there are a couple downsides to owning an OLED monitor that we're gonna touch on briefly. Number one, any text on screen will have this like yellowish outline to it. Personally for me though, it is really easy to overlook it, so it's like a non-issue for me. And when you're playing games or watching videos, you don't notice it at all. It's only when you're seeing text on screen. But yeah, other than that, it's totally fine. And number two, OLED pixels do suffer from pixel burn-in after long-term usage, like 1 to 2 years. So if you have any static elements on the screen like the Windows logo or app icons, then over time these parts of the screen may suffer from pixel burn-in. So you might have these like dark spots in the screen where those pixels are. And to solve this issue, LG has this software built in where if the monitor isn't in use for a long period of time, then the monitor will undergo a self-cleaning protocol automatically on its own, where they kind of just clean the screen so you don't have these like pixel burn-in over time. I don't really know how effective this is in solving that pixel burn-in issue, but so far for the past like 3 to 4 months that I had this OLED monitor, it has been a non-issue for me. I have not noticed any sort of pixel burn-in at all. It may come in the future, it may not, but if it does come in the future, then I will let you guys know. But for now, still a non-issue for me, so it's totally fine. So in conclusion, after hearing about all these, is the $1,000 OLED monitor worth it, and should you buy one? I'd say it is definitely worth the money. Personally for me, I have no regrets getting this, because you know, the image quality you are getting on this monitor is stunning. You know, so when you're consuming media or you're watching videos on your screen, you are getting a better viewing experience. That's something that no LCD or VA or IPS panel will ever come in comparison with. Like, the images that this thing produces are so good. So yeah, but if you are on a tight budget and you are trying to build your own gaming setup, I'd rather you use that $1,000 to build yourself a better computer or upgrade your computer part, because if your PC's overall performance isn't powerful enough to take advantage of the 240Hz refresh rate and the 1440p display, it is a little bit of a waste to get this monitor, to be honest, if you're not going to utilize it to its full extent. And there you have it. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this monitor, and if you're gonna pick one up for yourself, if you have any questions or concerns, and if you want to check out one of the best gaming mouses in the industry, check out this video over here. That's all for me. Take care. See you guys in the next one. Peace.